while she's here for 24 hours. So she decided she didn't want to do that.
I was originally going to take the tea, so...
It's like the X-Men, it came out like a cherry.
Wait. Does the one that's cheaper, it has no roast to it or no?
This is your first one. You can't say anything. Raise your hands for the marathon.
With pride, I say.
Get to know you. We've got a couple this year.
There's 5 of them. It's a bunch.
Excellent. Okay, do I get the hair?
That's soon coming through.
So what?
You're not staying. Thank you, John. Thank you very much.
How many have been here before? How many are virgins? I think the virgins ought to stand up and get an applause from the veterans. Come on, virgins. Well, for 24 non-stop hours, we're going to be doing nothing but science fiction films. We're going to be eating and drinking, and there's going to be a lot of trash. So let's please be considerate of our neighbors and make sure that we get rid of the trash. In the category that I like the best, which is creativity, Amy Jenkins, and here are her answers. Day of the Trippids, night of the Trippids, morning of the Trippids, brunch with the Trippids, weekend with the Trippids, bride of the Trippids, son of the Trippids, watering of the Trippids, and the bonus answer was, I married a Trippid. Very good, Amy. And Cindy Harrington came in second in the creativity because the movie was Me on My Date on Thursday Night. So Cindy, come on down and get a prize.
Even though he's cleaned up his act, he's fairly troubled. I just don't want to. Barely.
Number 1, The Damned was made in 1961, released in England in 1963, and released in the U.S. in 1965 as These Are the Damned. When was The Children of Light, the novel it was based on, published?
1958.
Jesus.
You read it, didn't you, Murray?
What?
You're on
1960. Who knows that? Number 2. 1 year was Gojira versus Super Gojira. Jesus. Super Gojira. In that film, what did UNGCC stand for? I would have said United Nations of General Cinema Corporation, which went bankrupt and I had stock in. It stands for United Nations Godzilla. Oh man. Oh, countermeasures. Man, you're hurting as bad as your questions. Countermeasures Center. Oh, that's Ed. I told him I wouldn't embarrass him. Number 3. Wallace Berry was Professor Challenger in the 1925 The Lost World. Who played him in the 1960 version? Who played him in last year's BBC version? 1960 was Claude Rains, misspelled, and last year was Bob Hoskins. Number 4, the cinematographer for The Terminal Man was Richard Klein, who also shot The Monkeys pilot. On what short film was his father, Benjamin Klein, the cinematographer? The Three Stooges. What SF27 film did movie critic Roger Ebert describe as, quote, essentially silliness crossed with science fiction, end quote?
Evolution!
Happy Accidents.
Oh!
Barely. Obviously, he's been drinking the water from Lake Michigan. So here are the winners who actually got like 6 or 5 right. Number 1 winner is Wally. Number 2 with 5 right is Oliver and Jim Harris, a collaborative effort, father and son. Number 3 with 4 right was Chris Cooper from New York.